Everybody, welcome back to the Gaming Pantry for some pickups for the month of February. Yes, things have been that quiet around here that I condense all my pickups into one video. I can't believe it. But it is what it is. Let us see what we have found in the shops. But also in this video we've got some gifts that have been sent through from some YouTubers who I've been watching for quite some time, and very kindly got in touch and sent me some things. More than they said they were going to send as well, which is even better. So gratefully received. Things I bought on pickups, things I bought from online, and also, if I can remember to get them in, some shoutouts as well. I will get the shoutouts in, I'll just try and remember to work it in as we go along. Yes, this is the Gaming Pantry. I am Retro Bear. We are on the air. This is Basil and Retro Bear 2. The Revenge, I suppose. We've got some Mario related stuff up there. And we are watching Jet Set Radio on the Dreamcast. Yeah, and again, that's probably the first time it's been played in quite some time. But yeah, I've got this. I've also got Jet Set Radio Future as well on the Xbox. Very original game this. If you've never played this before, it's definitely one you should check out. It sort of glorifies rollerblading and graffitiing in the same game. If that's your thing, this is what you do, yeah, this is the game for you, isn't it? I mean, you know, obviously a huge market for those sort of things. If you're here for the first time, thank you very much indeed for stumbling across my channel, but completely by accident, looking for something far more entertaining. And if you do like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and tick the bell for notifications. If you are back here again, thank you so much for your support. It's been great. And that's really where I want to start my sort of last pickups video I did. It was the start of February, hell of a long time ago. Wasn't one of my better ones. In fact, the first thing Mrs. Bear said after watching it, she said, not one of your best. And that was when I was off camera. I just didn't feel like going on camera at the time. Really, I just want to say thank you to everybody who got in touch on the video, for the comments, and also privately as well. Somebody did reach out privately just to see how I was and wish me, you know, that things would hopefully improve. And they've improved a little bit. I'm still pretty flat. Doing the Xbox 360 videos helped, which is I'm going to come to in a second. That certainly got me back into the groove. I quite enjoyed doing those. But that was the problem. I sort of had to drag myself into that to do them, and once I got into doing it, it was great. And I think if I just adapt that policy to other stuff that I do, things will be much easier. It was a strange video to do. I hope it didn't sort of put anybody off. I don't think it affected things too much, but we all have our own problems. You know, I'm not going to come here and sort of bang on about that, but if you've got no pickups, and pickups is what I do quite a lot of, as you'd realised, and you can't get inspired about what you're picking up nothing, then it's very difficult to get inspired to do a video. I did explain this to a few people, so I was very grateful for the gifts that people have sent me during the month of January. That certainly helped lift my spirits, and people have sent me some stuff in February as well, which is again in response to that, to sort of, you know, just acts of kindness, which was great. So going to the Xbox 360 videos, I'd really first of all like to thank everybody who watched those. Also those of you who came across from those, who've subscribed to the channel and carried on watching them. I'm not sure how many of you watched all 5. Hopefully quite a lot of you. I know some people have left comments on a couple of them and not others, so they may be picking at the ones they enjoy best. I don't know, but that was great fun to do. Took a long time to do, but it helped me get myself back up a bit. So anyway, it was a good, what's the cleansing process, is it? It's healing process, I think. Really just need to do something like that to get going. And yeah, it was quite fun to do. Filmed those across a couple of days. It was good. Got it out, got it into my system again. And then luckily I've had I'm looking at this stuff, I've got quite a bit to do, which is good. But it is across the whole month of February. I'm recording this on the 1st of March, so there's also I'm not sure whether this will go out before my CEX purchase online video or not, I don't know, but I've also got some stuff there, so you might sort of think this and think, yeah, he's back in the game. I'm going to harp on about being back in the game. I just feel that in the last couple of weeks I've been better. whereas for about 4 or 5 weeks, so it wasn't. So yeah, great on the Xbox 360 stuff. Thank you once again to everybody who got in contact to see how I was. That was really, really great. A lot of stuff going on, not just here at home, but also at work. So that's not been helping a great deal. It's just sort of got to carry on, keep going. And it's actually really great that so many people do care. You know, it's not just, you know, no one apart from about 3 or 4 of you ever met me, and the way things are going, that's probably the way it's going to stay. But you know, just to you reach out to people, you know, you connect with people on YouTube, and you build up a rapport that way and a friendship that way. So that's good. But yeah, most of you don't know me personally, so that was even better, because you know, why would so many people be so kind to send messages and stuff when they don't know me? Right, so let's. Oh yes, one thing I didn't bring with me. Let's try and cycle back through February, in between the hurricanes and the storms and the destruction and the coronavirus and all sorts been going on. I'm just going to flash through these very, very quickly until I get up to the current stuff. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is the 8th of February stuff I picked up. I did pick up a t-shirt which I failed to bring with me. In fact, I recorded this video yesterday, didn't like it, and started again today. I don't usually do that, but I wasn't happy with it. And it was a Gears of War t-shirt I picked up at a charity shop for £1.50. I forgot to bring it into the video. I'm not going to walk through and pick it up again, because that would be silly, and it will take too much time, and I'll probably trip over on the way out. Actually, I can't get out of the room, there's so much stuff on the floor, and in a way that I'll probably break my neck in the process, and the video will carry on running until somebody finds it much later. Yeah, so there's a Gears of War t-shirt which I bought in a charity shop for £1.50. It's Gears of War Judgment t-shirts. I think it's always got the logo on the front of it with Gears of War Judgment and Xbox 360 in the bottom. But it's £1.50. It's quite a nice t-shirt to pick up. There was another t-shirt in there, which is the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Vegas promotional t-shirt, which was lovely as well, except the fact that I couldn't tell whether it was made from sort of like a polyester cotton mix or cat hair, because it was covered in cat hair. I presume it was cat hair because it was white, so it could either be dog hair, guinea pig hair, rabbit hair, rat hair. I've got no idea. It was disgusting. Honestly, it was like holding up a mohair coat. It really was. So I left it where it was. Not buying that. So I bought the Gears of War t-shirt, and at the corner of my eye in this charity shop, which was the last charity shop I went into after about 20, on the 8th of February. Not the 8th of February, was it 8th of February? 8th of February, the day before Storm Kiara. I saw 2 DS games out the corner of my eye, and I thought I'll get those as well, because they're only £1 each. Then when I got home, as soon as I got out back to show what I bought, and I thought, these are American. I bought the wrong region. But apparently the DS is not region locked, so these should work okay. And I don't understand why we never got these boxes over here, because, in my opinion, these DS American boxes are far, far better than the European ones. They're much easier to store for a start. Reminds me of those 2 games up there, aren't they? I'll get them down in a second. So for £1 each on the DS, and I have to read this one because I've got no idea who they are. Firstly is Winx Club Quest for the Codex. So you can see them automatically. First of all, it's a grey box. Secondly, there's the American classification in the corner. Both of those didn't register at the time when I bought them, so I'm not sure what I was doing at the time. So I paid £1 for this CX. I think at the time when I bought it, we're taking this as trade for 3 and selling for 5. So I got rather excited when I got home, and then realised that they're the wrong bloody region anyway, so they ain't going to take them. And the other one, and God, I've got this game so many times now. 2 or 3 copies of this I've already got on other systems. Is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. But these boxes are great because they're slimmer. They're slimmer, they store much easier, you can get more on the shelf. I know, I quite like them. I quite like them. And that was £1. I think CX at the time were taking that for 4 and they were selling for 8. It's classified fantasy violence and in French violence fictive. So that's worth going on with. I'm going to put those behind me because that might infringe on that. Just bear with me a moment. Move those over there because that's come on that pile there. I thought that pile was a bit small. Right, so that was that. Then I had a contact from a friend of mine, watched him for quite some time. I mentioned before on the channel, UK Kraut Gaming, very kindly got in contact with me after I left a comment on one of his videos. He'd been out and got some Wii pickups. If you've not seen his channel, by the way, he's turning out a video a day. Pickups, gameplay, system reviews, game reviews, He does giveaways as well. I mean, the guy he's working really hard, really hard. I think before Christmas, I put a shout out for him to get him over 100, and he's now gone past 200 subscribers. So he's doing really well for himself. If you're watching, mate, all the best, yeah, mate, you're very well. And I'm just about to show off what you sent through, because you did have a game on one of your channels, which you said you'd made a mistake and had already got a copy of it. And I said, oh yeah, I've never seen that one before. So you very kindly got in contact with me, eventually, after working out how the best way to get in contact with somebody who isn't on social media like myself, apart from YouTube. And he said, oh, I've also got a Game Boy game I can send you as well. I was like, oh, great. So arranged to do that, and then he got in contact a few days later to say, the game that I was going to send you, the Wii game I was going to send you, turns out it's the wrong game in the box. And we all missed it because we all watched his video, and no one actually realised when he had the box up to show the inside of it, the disc was a completely different game. So he's going to take it back to CEX and then get his money back. He took it back to CEX and they couldn't find the disc. They gave him his money back, and I said, well, don't worry about it. If you can't send me a copy of it, it's fine. And then he told me that the Game Boy game he still wanted to send me was a completely different game to the one he told me about before. I hope you're following this. I'm trying to keep it concise, so I said, don't send me the Game Boy game, and don't worry about the other Wii game, because I'll probably come across it anyway. And he said, too late. He said, I've already found out that I've got a copy of this Wii game already anyway, so I've already got 2 copies of it, so I'm going to send it to you anyway. And I've put in this Game Boy game as well, and in view of that, he said, if you don't want it, he said, give it away, trade it on, do what you need to do with it. So, okay. So eventually the package arrives, open the package up, and yes, the Wii game is in there, which is the first port call, because that was complicated. So the game that we've been going on about, you're probably thinking, what game is this? A Shadow's Tale? No, it's Wacky World of Sports. Of course it's going to be Wacky World of Sports by Sega, which I'm thrilled about because it's a Sega game, so I do like the Sega games. I think this is very much done in the tongue-in-cheek style of maybe sort of the old World games that came out years ago on the 8-bit systems, where things like log rolling and things like that. The proper sports. These ones aren't. Tudor tossing, which I think that could be anything. Furniture racing, Vierleppen. I think that's Dutch, possibly. Extreme ironing, card boxing, lawnmower racing, cheese rolling, which is very popular in Cheltenham. Cheltenham Gloucester Way, I think they once a year still do it. People chase a lump of like a giant roll of cheese down a hill. Mud sliding, ice golf, and log cutting. So it's sort of done, I think, very sort of like starting. I mean, it could be good fun to play that. It's not an expensive game at all. I just haven't seen it in the shops. I just don't see it. And then the other game he was going to send me, which started off as this game, but ended up being, he told me it's Mario and Yoshi. Now I've already got Mario and Yoshi. I've got a box copy of it somewhere. I haven't got the cartridges loose up there, and the box is in my thing down here. So I said, that's I don't send it to me. He's already got a copy of that. And when I opened the box, it's actually what he told me was originally, which is Dr. Mario. And you're probably not going to be able to see this very well because of the camera and that. There we go, Dr. Mario, which is great because I love a puzzler. And I'm going to be very, very happy to get hold of this one as well. So yeah, Dr. Mario. Wow. So that's not a cheap, you know, it's a few quid, that one. So, but yeah, so UK Crack Gaming, thank you very much indeed. I shan't reveal your real name because I know some people don't like that, so I'm not going to mention it. But yeah, absolutely chuffed that. So again, free. Donated to the collection is the way I always sort of phrase these things. Donate. If you want to donate the collection, that's fantastic, and that'll lead me very nicely on to my next set of stuff that's been very kindly sent to the post. Another guy I've mentioned. Try and put those. I'm going to put those. What do I do with the other stuff? Oh, it's beyond me. I'll put it beyond me. Oh, you've got no space in here. It's ridiculous. Right. So again, another channel I've sort of mentioned before. Oh yeah, so out of practice. I mentioned before a few times on here. Bin Boot Sale Picking, who does pick-up videos like myself, but he does pick-up for trade. He does pick-up to sell himself. He buys stuff his own collection, and I'm pretty sure we don't live too far away from each other. And I know because I've seen. I'm pretty sure we don't live a million miles away from each other. certainly the same region anyway. And I could be wrong on that one, but I'll have to wait and see. Again, one of his videos recently, he picked up a couple of Game Gear games, which he hasn't got a Game Gear anyway, and I sort of said, "Oh, well done on those," sort of thing. He said, "Well, I must have made some sort of mention about it." He said, "Well, do you want them?" He says, "Because they didn't cost me a lot, and you're quite welcome to them anyway." Again, you'll see why, because of the titles. And I said, "Well, yeah, if you want to send them on, that's great, you know, and if I can return the favour, let me know." And he said, "Well, you shout me out a few times. You got me over to 100 subscribers." He said, "So just take it as a gift to say thank you." I was like, "Oh, great, lovely." And then when the parcel arrived, and he says parcel, you get 2 Game Gear games which are loose, so you basically put those in an envelope. I'm not joking. There was like a decent sized parcel when I came home from work, and I thought, what on earth is that? I wasn't expecting that, so I opened it up. Found that inside, Mr. Bear. That'll be me. So what have we got here? This is a great note inside. So the note says, "To Mr. Retro Bear." That'll be me. Not you, because that'll be 2 if it was. Here are the Game Gear games I said I would send you, plus a few more things as you have not been finding much lately. If any are doubles, pass on to someone who might need them. Keep being the bear and putting out great content. Bin boot sale picking. P.S. The Wii game might be a harder one to find, so glad I can add it to your Wii set. And again, this is the game I also saw him pick up as well, and said I've never even heard of that one. And he sent it to me. So, won't give your name out either. I know some of us like to keep the mystique about who we are and what we're doing. But yeah, I mean, that's just great. So what a fantastic gift. And I couldn't believe it when I opened it up. There was some lovely stuff in there. And in fact, I realised I've left one somewhere. Hang on. There we go. Cripes. Like I said, I filmed this yesterday. I didn't like it, and I put some of the stuff on the shelf and forgot to pick it up again. So, the 2 Game Gear games we were on about, which is where it all started from, are these ones. So this is Olympic Gold. So like I said, these ain't, it's not Wonder Boy and the Monster's Trap and that other expensive one, is it? Not Marvin's Magic Football, is it? I don't know, I can't remember what it be. And this one here, which is World Class Leaderboard Golf, which is a game I've got on the Master System and the Mega Drive and on the Commodore 64. Because if you were playing games back in those days, Leaderboard Golf was the definitive golf game. I've also got a PlayStation 2 version of Leaderboard as well. I'm not sure how good that is. But yeah, so that's a game I've got so many different times. And then it was the rest of the stuff that was in here. So firstly, it's a Game Boy Advance game, which is Monsters, Inc. Which is, yeah, I haven't got that one, so lovely. This which was a DVD, which I haven't even watched this yet. I'm trying to work my way through 11 series worth of MASH at the moment, and I've only got as far as season 1. But he sent me that, which is the Royal Rumble 2006. I did like my old wrestling, but I sort of stopped watching wrestling in about 2004, and sort of dabbled into it since then. But it's but I will give that a watch. But I've never seen that one. I'll have a go. I like a challenge. Then a couple of DS games as well. I think I'm trying to work out, because obviously Pete from On a Retro Tip sent me some games, and Dainster sent me some games as well. I'm trying to work out how many of these actual these DS games I've got are actually been sent to me now. I've actually bought myself, but I've got Brothers in Arms DS. I've got quite a few of the Brothers in Arms games. I played the first one back on the PC ages ago when it first came out. Sort of the rival series, and it sort of didn't take off. It wasn't quite as good. You had things like Call of Duty. No, Medal of Honor you had at the time. Call of Duty was just coming out. You had the Conflict, Desert Storm games as well. But I'll be interested how that works on the DS anyway. Oops, that's on the floor as well. That's on the floor as well. This is really good. Oh. And then this one, which I'll let you make your own comments about. By Sega. Honestly, when I first saw this, I had absolutely no idea what was going to happen and what this is going to be about. I should read the description from the back, which says, "Fall weirdly, wonderfully in rub love." I have to pay for stuff like that, apparently. Rub, touch, shout and blow. To perform, there is more. To perform madcap stunts and rescue your girl from danger. Not my words, but the words of the developers on the back. I watched a video of this on YouTube. It looks absolutely bonkers. I really wasn't quite sure what to expect when I opened it up, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. That's great. So thank you very much for that. Now he also sent me a couple of Wii games as well. The first one I've already got, so if anybody does want to copy this, it is a fairly common game. Everybody wants a copy. This is Shaun White's Snowboarding. Now you see there is a piece of bubble wrap in there, which apparently is a hallmark of a collector, or somebody who knows what they're doing, unlike myself. There is a slight tear in the plastic at the top, just in case anybody is interested in this game. If you are, get in contact, because I've already got that one. It's not a fairly hard game. This was the one that I said I'd never seen that one before, and to be honest with you, I still can't find any trace of afterwards, which is really surprising because, and again, UK Crack Gamer know this because it's by one of his favourite developers. So from the minds of Data Design Interactive and Popcorn Arcade, this is Urban Extreme Street Rage, which I have absolutely no idea, I've never heard of before. Again, complete manual and a bit of bubble wrap in there. Now I've got that giant bubble wrap from the other day, I might be able to do something with that. Yeah, like I said, I have no idea what this game is, I've never heard of it. I couldn't find it on CEX website either. Remember what I was talking, Street Rage, Urban Extreme, Extreme Street, Urban Rage, Extreme Rage, Urban Street. Yeah, it just wasn't working. No idea. But obscure Wii games, so that's going into the collection, which is lovely. And then finally, also another game which I do own, which is a real shame because this is an absolute must for a collector. And again, if you haven't got a copy of this, firstly, why not? And secondly, I know where there's one going, which is this one, and this is Midway Arcade Treasures. Volume 1, there's 3 of these. I've got the first 2, I think. Definitely got the first one anyway. And again, the reason this is such I mean, again, nice condition on the inside. I will say this, the disc is a little bit surface scratchy. I'm going to show you that. A little bit surface scratch in the disc. But that manual is really, really nice. Nice Nick manual. And there's the back of the box. Now again, the reason if you're a collector is you need something like this because of the actual quality games, arcade games that are on here. And again, I'll just whiz through these. Spy Hunter, Defender 1 and 2, Bubbles, Joust 1 and 2, Sinistar, Splat, Clax, which is such an underrated game. I love Clax. Root Beer Tapper, Road Blasters, Robotron 2084, Vindicators, Satan's Hollow, Smash TV, Marble Madness, Paperboy, Gauntlet the 4-player version, Rampart 3-player version, Super Sprint 3-player version, and Rampage 3-player version, Blaster, Tubing, which is exceptionally good fun, and 720. And also there's DVD content on here which includes game histories, developer interviews and top secret documents. If you haven't got that, and you're, I think it came out on the PlayStation 2 as well, but if you haven't got that game, why not? It's so many great arcade games on there. Gaming history, folks. So yeah, he sent me that, and all that stuff there. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, this here, and there's the other DS game and the 2 Game Gear games. I mean, it was just a wonderful gift, so thank you. I mean, that really was just above and beyond. And I said earlier, you know, and this is the great thing about this, is things that need protecting within the gaming community. There's a lot of strife and issues going on elsewhere in it, and have been for the past few months or so, and I hear people who've been doing this for a long time saying this isn't what it used to be, and all that. It's all, I always get here too late, and it's sad to hear things like that, but I see so many great you know, gestures of kindness and people getting on, and those sort of things make me feel really glad that there are people out there who want to help other people. Oh, you know, you're having a bit of a bit of a downtime at the moment. Here's some things I can help you cheer up, and I will happily do the same for anybody else. I've said to people many times, if I can do anything for you, or you know, let me know if there's anything you're after in particular, I can keep an eye out for something, and that's it. That's how it should work, and it's just great. But yeah, and then further ado, not Mike, but after my Xbox 360 videos went out, I had another note from Bin Boots Ale Picking. He's spending a fortune on postage at the moment, it seems. Hello mate, had a spare GTA 4 manual and map kicking about, so you can now complete your copy. Keep up the great vids. So again, you'll have to go and see my Xbox 360 collection. But yeah, so I've now got the manual for GTA 4. And also the map to go with it as well. I'm not going to get the map out because I'm never going to put it back together again. Isn't that brilliant? And again, that's what I mean, you know, the gestures of kindness. He, again, didn't have to send that through. I didn't ask him to send it through. He simply just thought, you know, I've got one of those knocking around, I'll send it to Russ. What can I say? What can I say? Amazing. Amazing stuff. Right, let's have a look at something I bought. I'm trying to whiz through this and keep it quick. Yes, most people go on eBay drunk and buy stuff. I tend to go on Amazon sober and buy stuff. And this was a lightning deal on Amazon. It was a one day only, a few hours type thing. I only caught it with about 15 minutes to go. Not that I'm saying it was rapidly selling out or anything, but on the lightning deals, basically Amazon are just trying to sell you crap. Gaming keyboards, headsets, mice, starter kits for the Nintendo Switch, basically stuff that's coming in from China and all that business. That's how I got hold of my knockoff 400 in one thing, which a lot of people watch that video. Nearly 500 people watch that video, and that's my most successful video since I started doing this again, in terms of views anyway. I can't remember, I've got coronavirus in the tabs. That's probably why most people are trying to click onto it and they're seeing me talking about a console. But yes, I picked this up and I really didn't I mean, I already got a loose copy. I've got a single copy of the game already. It was 35% off, I think it was. Usually sell it for a tenner. I think it went for £6.50 that day. So this is Amiibo Festival, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival on the Wii U. Not a great game from what I'm led to believe. I'm not at all au fait with Amiibo in the slightest. Not sure I ever will be, to be honest with you. I've got no idea who those two characters are, so let's just call them Gemma and Colin for the moment. But they seem quite happy in there, and they probably will stay in there for probably the rest of their lives, because I'm not intending on getting that out anytime soon and playing it. Just like a nice little display piece for the shelf, or as Mrs. Bear calls it, another bloody box. No, she doesn't really. But yeah, so that was nice to find. Like I said, it was a one-day deal, £6.50. I think Amazon had cut the price slightly, about £9 now. But yeah, not bad at all. I was quite happy with that. Yeah, so that was the 15th, about the middle of February, and then the 22nd of February, finally, a bit of luck. But before we get to a bit of luck, let's talk some shout-outs, shall we? Yes, let's do some shout-outs. We've done something different. Try and break it up a bit. Just basically some people who... some of these people have channels, some of them don't. So I just wanted to sort of throw a few sort of comments out there. Mainly because the Xbox 360 stuff went well. I've had a few new commenters and subscribers going in. So first of all, a guy called Robert de Groot, who has got some great collections. He's got a very good Xbox collection himself as well. He's actually got Xbox 360 and Xbox One all in one area. It's really, really good to go through. And he's got some other collection, I think PlayStation collection as well. Very worthwhile having a pop across there. And he got in contact with me, so that was great to see. Subscribe to his channel and watch his videos. Excellent. So Robert de Groot is your first port of call. I'd also like to go along and have a look at Cujo Van Ark, who also came across my Xbox 360 videos and has very kindly said he will stick around for the further uploads. That may be a mistake, I don't know, but your support is greatly appreciated. He's got his own channel, he's got some other stuff on there as well, and go along and have a look at him as well. A guy I've been subscribed to for a few weeks, for quite some time now, and I'm desperately going to try and remember and try and pronounce out his name. It's Lactobillus Prime. I hope I've got that right. I'm working it out from memory. Lactobillus Prime. Again, gaming stuff on there, but there's also a lot of technical stuff to do with audio and things like that. Really interesting videos he puts up, and definitely worth a while having a pop across there and seeing what's on that channel as well. So those three specifically. Just want to say get well soon to my friend Kane Deathbreaker as well, and so he's not been very well recently. Commenting on my video, so I hope you'll get him well, sir. A big hello to Charlie Cat, who some of you will know because he's already asked you to do some Neo Geo gameplays for the Atari Age forums. He's asked me to do some as well. Unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have a lot of Neo Geo stuff I can rely on, so it may be me playing Metal Slug badly. I don't know. But Anthony, thanks very much for getting in contact for those Xbox 360 videos as well. It's really been great to hear from you and converse with you as well. So that's 4, 5. I'm just trying to think of somebody else I can think of as well. No, I think it was just those 5 of them. Oh no, there was another one. C64 Mini. That was it. Yeah, nearly missed that one out. C64 Mini. It channels exactly what he said. He's been playing through the C64 mini games, and yeah, they're really interesting to watch and go through those as well. And some of those games there I've never played before. Some of them I've got and never played. I really need to get that out at some point again and start playing through. Because years ago I was going to go through all my Commodore 64 games and play them all one by one, and unfortunately, incident in my life sort of stopped that from happening. So didn't get on with it. But yeah, so C64 Mini. So there's 4 channels and a couple. Certainly, Charlie Cat doesn't have. He has a channel, but he has no videos on there. So I just wanted to sort of say hello to him, and also the Kane Deathbreaker. Hope you get well soon. So those are the channels there. I will put links in the description anyway. But your guys, your comments and support certainly through those Xbox 360 have been great. So thank you very much indeed. That's this week's shout-outs. Hopefully I'll try and get a few more in every time I do a video of this nature. It's how what I do. It's been nearly a year now. I hope you'll be enjoying those. So let's get back to the pickups. Let's see what happened on the 22nd of February, because I went out much further afield. I jumped on the train on the day where we didn't have any hurricanes or storms or dangers to life by stepping outside the door. It's been very unusual to have that. It hasn't been too bad this week. I managed to get out yesterday, and I've been out this morning, and it's not been too bad either. So we may be at the end of these storms, folks, hopefully. Bit of a cheat this one, because I did decide to do some research beforehand and then go out, so I knew what I was getting. But I wanted to go and get some retro stuff. So, and I remember saying retro, proper retro stuff, not pissing around retro, so proper retro stuff. Because I brought all the retro stuff back into the room, which is on this bottom shelf here, and took off some of the newer stuff. The space I cleared for the Xbox has barely been touched, which is annoying me, because I cleared a space specifically for that to go there, and I've not added any games since Christmas, I think, on Xbox. So anyway, I did some research on these games. Got 9 games at a CEX store I've been to before, where they got some retro stuff in there. I took my list down there. Also a couple of Wii games which I picked up as well. I'm desperately trying to remember. I'm missing one now, aren't I? Why am I missing one? I'm missing a game somewhere. Oh yes, I know where I am. Oh dear me! It's honestly this memory like a sieve at the moment. I think that's it. I think 7 games. So the 7 games, retro games I picked up, cost me 20 quid. Interesting story before we get to that though. I was going to catch the train that day, and the train station near me, unbeknownst to me, was having its car park resurfaced. So when I pulled up at about 5 minutes before the train was due to leave, I couldn't get on the car park. It was all gated off. So I went to the overflow car park. That was all gated off. So I parked the car in the car park, and I spent about 30 precious seconds scanning the car park for any security cameras, paying display, clamping signs or anything like that. Couldn't see anything. I thought, if I don't leave now and go and get the train, I'm going to wait another hour for the next train, in which case there won't be point in going. So I had to run to the train station, get on the train, literally got to the other side of the platform as the train was pulling in. So managed to make the connection in time, but spent the entire time I was away worrying about whether I get back to the car, would the car be clamped? Of course it wasn't, was it? But so it's probably one of the quickest shopping trips I've ever done. Even so, I still left the car there for 3 hours. However, fingers crossed, it's been over a week now since that was done, and I've had no letters or anything to the post, so hopefully I'll be alright. So, these games cost me £20. And these are the retro ones. The first one, I've already got No Mercy, so I've added now WrestleMania 2000 on the N64, which I think was £3. I think. I'll put that there because it's easier. Next, Mega Drive game. Yeah, Mega Drive. And I played this on the Amiga when it first came out. This is Flashback. It's a loose cartridge. This again was £3. Not played that in years, but isn't there an update on the Switch now? I think, pretty sure. And if one copy of Flashback isn't enough, then another one. And this is Flashback on the Super Nintendo, which cost me £5. This was the most expensive one of the lot. And it's in good condition. There's a little bit of yellowing to the top of the cartridge there, which you see there in that light, but not bad condition. It's the cheapest Super Nintendo cartridge they had. It was the cheapest Super Nintendo cartridge closest to me anyway. So if I want to pick up a Super Nintendo one, I'll pick that one up. Now this one I went for originally a few months ago and they said they couldn't find it. Well, either this is the one they couldn't find or another copy's come in and it was £1 cheaper than it was last time. And this is Tennis Ace on the Master System and that cost me £1. Not much more you can say about that. Another Mega Drive game for you, not a great condition cartridge I have to say, and this is Eternal Champions, which I think was their answer to Street Fighter 2. All seem to get tired with Sega have tried to do Street Fighter 2 and it's rubbish. See there's a tearing at the top there, and that white bit is also a bit of a scuff on the front as well, but that was £1.50. Sega cartridge. Now this was probably the most disappointing one on the lot because not the ones they couldn't find, because there's two they couldn't find. We'll come to them in a second. This was actually advertised as Revenge of Shinobi, loose cartridge. I thought, great, I'll have that one. I've already got it on Mega Game 6, but when I got there, it was actually Mega Games 2, which I think is a bit disappointing. And it does have Revenge of Shinobi on there. It also has Streets of Rage on there, which is on Mega Game 6, but it's also got Golden Axe. So as I don't actually have a copy of Golden Axe on the Mega Drive, I thought, well, I'll get this. Because there's that Fighting with 5 Lies video, isn't there? So I thought, well, I might have a go at that now. Because I've only got Golden Axe on the Commodore 64, possibly the Amiga. That dreadful update on that Sega Classics compilation. And obviously the Xbox 360, PS3 Mega Drive compilation collection game. So, yeah, so that was £3.50. I didn't mind paying that just for Golden Axe, to be honest. I think Golden Axe boxed is about £18. And then this one, which was advertised as boxed, I was incredibly surprised to find this in such good condition. And this is Cool Spot on the Master System. Now there is a bit of sun fading to the label. I'll turn that way. There we go. That hurts my wrist if I do that, so I'm not going to do it. A little bit of sun damage, but that is a really nice copy. Back is really clean, and on the inside you'll see that the manual and the cartridge are in place, and yeah, a little bit of dog earing on the cartridge, dog earing on the cartridge, on the manual, that tiny little bit, but not much. But I mean, that for £3 boxed, right? I mean, that could have been just the cartridge in the box without the hangout and the instructions. That is great. So those 7 games cost me £20. There were 2 they couldn't find. One which was Castle of Illusion, which was meant to be boxed, then got it, and the other one was Taz Escape from Mars, which had been sold that morning online. So yeah, a bit disappointing that, but 7 for £20. I mean, that's not bad, is it? Less than £3 a game, just less than £3 a game. Not going to complain it. Also, that CEX had 2 Wii games which I wanted to go down and get anyway. First one is Tenchu Shadow Assassins. Again, never played a Tenchu game, but this one advertised on the back as Master the Deadly Skills of a Ninja. I'm quite keen on that. And male and female ninjas, and 13 finishing moves you can perform with your Wii remote, which I am guessing is going to be a combination of sort of like that. Possibly not with that face being pulled at the same time. And the other one, it's a game I've never seen before in the flesh. I've seen it on the website, I've never seen it out about. I don't think it's going to be anything particularly exciting, but this is Twin Strike Operation Thunder, which is £2.50. So Tenchu was £2, this was £2.50. So actually 9 games in that CEX for £24.50 that day, which I don't think is a bad haul whatsoever. It's one of those games that comes with 6 different languages on the back, so it gives you an idea of just how good it's going to be. And in fact, it mentions Twin Strike Operation Thunder at the top, and mentions Twin Strike twice in the 5 lines of blurb on there as well. So it may be an absolute belter, I've got no idea. I doubt it. We'll see. And then after doing that, and again I've just realised what I've done. Keep that behind there. You just see what it made, just see what it was. I then went back to get the car. Obviously it wasn't clamped, hooray. And then popped into that little town centre by work and got the pickups there, and these were all £1 each. Those who again refer to the Xbox 360 video will know that my Assassin's Creed collection was not complete without Assassin's Creed. So I got that for £1. Because it was a nice copy. Nice clean copy. Again, doesn't look like it's been played much. The disc is really good. The manual's in. Got that nice sort of just printed sort of feel to it. So that's fine. But it might be worth having all those other Assassin's Creed games and not having the one where it all began, really. And if that wasn't enough, there was another one there, which was Assassin's Creed Rogue, which I didn't even know existed. So I was quite happy to get that one as well. Again, for what constitutes a manual in 2013, basically 2 sheets of paper and the disc. But again, hardly been touched, hardly been played. Really, really good condition, that one. So I was happy with that one. Also a game which I'm never probably going to play, but I love the artwork on it, and you know, maybe one day I'll give the game a go. And this is Final Fantasy 13, which I picked up for £1. I think CX said it for £2, so it's not there. Not saving a massive amount of money on that one. It does have all 3 discs though. They're all in excellent condition. Manuals in there as well. So complete for £1. Those are £1 each. I don't think that was much to be sniffed at there. But yeah, so if it's any good, let me know, because I don't play games like that. The other game though I did find next door. That was a charity. It was a charity shop. That was charity shop next door had some games, and they've usually got a giant rack of games. It's the most games I've ever seen in a charity shop anywhere. But a lot of them are sort of like really sort of generic PlayStation 2 stuff, and if they've got any last generation stuff, it tends to be sort of sports games. But I had some great stuff out of there before. I think a few weeks ago I picked up a few games for a couple of £. Can't remember what they were now, that long ago. But yeah, they have been quite good. Anyway, at the corner of my eye I saw the colour of this box, and I'm thinking, don't see many boxes that colour, wonder what that is. Expected it to be something rubbish, and it turned out that it wasn't. It actually turned out that it was Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. Now, I've had a couple of bits of joy with Wii U games in charity shops before, but I've had to pay sort of £4 for them. Now this one comes with the instruction manual and the disc. The disc is pristine condition. Box, I think, maybe got a little bit of water damage to the cover, but I don't think it's too much. It's got a bit of a crinkly touch to it. £2. So I know they sell that for about 10 to 12 at the moment, but £2 for that one. It's Mario Kart 8. I've already got this on the Switch with the update on that one. But yeah, I mean, Wii U for £2, absolute steal, absolute steal. Like I said, I think I paid £4 before in charity shops. I've only got about 15 to 18 Wii U games. I think at least probably 20% of those come out of charity shops. So that was that, with that on there, and the stuff I bought from on the retro, and that Saturday was the 22nd of February. I think I spent £29.50 and come home with 13 games. Great day out. £10 on the train. Even better. Not bad at all. And the car didn't get clamped either, which was fantastic. And then finally, yesterday was the 29th of February, and this is the last one now. So if you are thinking of, you know, sort of going to pick your kids up from school, or you're late for your meeting, or you just want to go and get something to eat, this is it. This is the last one now. This will bring up February to date. Went out to cut the place after work yesterday. Probably worked for an hour, then went out. Went to work in a monsoon, and then when I came out of work an hour later, it was glorious sunshine. It's that sort of time at the moment, it really is. And I thought, well, I haven't been down to this one place for a few weeks, so I thought I'd pop down there with the cash converters. That usually has great deals in there, and absolutely nothing. So this stuff out of here was just out of one charity shop in this particular town centre, but it's all original Xbox. Or Xbox, as we're going to keep calling it now. And I suspect someone had been cleaning out their loft or something or other, because a lot of this was a bit on the dusty side, and I haven't had a chance to clean it through properly yet because I want to get this video done. So don't worry about some of it. I will give it a good clean. But there was about 25 Xbox games in there. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything particularly exciting or outstanding, and I got most of them. I mean, I got about 250, 270 Xbox games, and a lot of these were sort of basically very common titles. There were some good games in there, don't get me wrong, there were some very good games in there, but nothing that I needed other than these 6. And I think if I bought these in CEX, these cost me £1 each. I think I went to CEX, they probably cost me about £16 to buy, so it's still a saving of a tenner, which I'm very grateful for. So let's probably start with the one that's more well known, and this is The Suffering, which is probably what most people have when they watch these videos. And it's probably a game I'm not going to play anytime soon either. I thought I'd got this on other formats, but I haven't. I think this is the game which probably one of the more expensive ones from CEX. It's about £4 I think they sell for the moment. Prison is hell. So is this video, I hear you cry. But yeah, so The Suffering. This one I think shot up in price last year when it went backwards compatible. Sort of come down a bit now. I think that was, what was the other one that was on Xbox? Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. That the Emperor's Tomb, it shot up in price. It went to the roof at one point. I think it was about £12 it was going for. It's back down to £5 now. And I picked it up for £1, I think, ages ago. So this is Armed and Dangerous. So this was £1. I think this has come back right back down in price now, so I don't think it's particularly a game. There's no kill like Overkill, and it's one of these sort of like games with ridiculous weapons. So it says brandish over 17 outlandish weapons like the Topsy-Turvy, the Vindaloo rocket launcher, which is what you have after a curry, or the world's smallest black hole, and the Land Shark gun. And it's LucasArts games. Take down wicked enemies like half-man, half-animal grunts, eliminated droids, wall-smashing Goliaths, evil monks, and wild twiglets. That would explain why you can only get them at Christmas. So yeah, that was fine. This one I think is a fairly cheap game to pick up anyway, but I got this on the PlayStation 2. I think when I first started picking games up on the Xbox, when I chipped my Xbox originally, I had this on a Gear copy. So this is Secret Weapons over Normandy. And again, this is probably one of the better ones in terms of condition. And it's a very good game actually. I did enjoy playing this when I first had it. So make it your finest hour. This one, I said about The Suffering, I think probably this is the other one that was quite well priced, which was Cold War. On Your Own Behind the Iron Curtain. So I'm going to quite enjoy playing that, because again it's sort of like historically based. Well, it's true, so not a true story, but those sort of things. Steal weapons, improvise gadgets, evade capture, and uncover the conspiracy. That sounds like my sort of game. But I've heard about it, but again, I've never seen a copy of that in the flesh. So yeah, I knew about that one. Again, very nice condition. This one not quite so good condition. And this is the second game in this series I've picked up in the last couple of weeks, and this is Tenchu Return from Darkness, which not great condition. I nearly didn't pick this one up because it was a bit tatty, but I thought, well, when I found out they were £1 each, I thought I'm a bit daft not to take it, wouldn't I really? So second Tenchu game I've got. There's 2 Tenchu games on the Xbox as well, just in case you're aware. And the last game this week on this video, again not the greatest copy to be honest with you. I've already got this on PlayStation 2, but this is X-Men Legends. I had the second one on the Xbox, so that'll sort of complete my collection for there. A little bit raggedy around the edges, this one. It's got those annoying pre-owned stickers on the back, which say for some reason they start sticking on the bloody covers. Why didn't I stick at the outside of the box? Morons. So yeah, and that brings us to the end of February pickups. So really haven't gone from 0 to, second half of the month was great, absolutely fantastic. And if you do watch my Play Your CEX Right video, you will see some more stuff I managed to pick up online from there as well. So actually the second half of the month has been pretty bumper. The first half of the month was pretty barren, so it's it's got a bit better. There still isn't an awful lot of stuff out there. Those last 6 games, incidentally, came out of one charity shop. Had I not got those, I would have come back with nothing again. So I'd have been feeling a bit miserable. That's the thing, you can pick things up, it makes you feel good about it. If you can't pick things up, it doesn't quite happen that way, does it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, if you have watched this for the first time, thank you very much indeed for watching. Sorry it's been a bit of a marathon. But hope you enough to entice you to stick around. So if you have enjoyed that, don't forget to subscribe, comment. It's always good to hear from people. Ask any questions about the games, leave your own experiences. Great to hear from you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like that video, possibly if you even want to share it around to people, that'd be fantastic. And also to ring the bell, tick that bell, little notification which gives you an idea, will tell you when I'm putting a new video up, if that's your thing. And for everybody else, thank you very much indeed for watching. As always, your support is greatly appreciated. Once again, a massive thank you to everybody who got in contact earlier in the month. Thank you to all those people who watched the 360 videos. I do hope we'll see you again very, very soon. But in the meantime, as always, do take care and bye for now.